Okay, we're going to be making another card. The card we're going to be making is this one here, where we're just going to line up the little argyle diamond and just get it in a straight line. We're going to be using the little argyle set from Paper Tray Ink, and I have my card front already cut down. It's 5 by 3 3/4. And I've already mounted my diamond, and what I did was that I made sure that the point of the top and the point on the bottom are on the same line, and same thing with the point on the left and point on the right are all on the same line. So what we're going to do is we're just going to, first we're going to stamp it onto the grid paper, and what that is going to do is just going to kind of guide us. And I'm just going to put my paper and make sure it's all the way down to the bottom on the corner, and I'm just going to use a couple magnets to hold the paper in place. I'm going to close the lid, and we have our mark there. So what I am going to do now is I'm just going to take a ruler, well, it's just a straight edge, and I'm using this one because I know it's butted against the side there, so I know my line is going to be straight. I'm going to take a line and I'm just going to go all the way across the top and also the middle and the bottom point. Okay. So now we're going to take our card front and put it back in place. I'm going to use another magnet to hold my paper. I'm going to ink this up in Simon Says Stamp Sea Glass. And we're going to close the lid. Okay. Now what we're going to do is we're going to take a small ruler, and I'm just going to choose this little one that came in with the cricket. And you do have to be careful because once these stick, they're a little hard to get apart. So I'm going to take my ruler here and I'm going to just line it up with the middle, and then I'm going to push my paper and my ruler up to the next line. So there we go. I'm going to use Aqua-Mist, and I'm not bothering to clean my stamp in between because we're going from light to dark, so it should be just fine. Okay, perfect. Okay, now we're going to do the same thing again. Line it up with the middle, and we're just going to push it forward, up. So then that is lined up there. And what I'm going to do now is I'm going to mix my colors. I need another shade of blue, so I'm going to use the Sea Glass and the Aqua-Mist. And it's going to give us a new color. Okay. Now we're going to move this up again. There we go. The next color we're going to use is Soft Wool. And then move this again. The next color we'll use is Hawaiian Shores. color is Tideful. And then this should be the last time we move this. Okay. And if your paper overhangs here, it's okay. It'll stamp just fine. And we're going to use Stampin' Up! Bermuda Bay. Okay. And there's our card front. I'm going to add a sentiment. And we're going to use this stamp set from Simon Says Stamp called Hello You. And I'm going to use this U right here. And I'm going to place it right there. I'm going to go ahead and pick it up. What I'm going to do is I'm going to check on my grid here to make sure that it's straight. So I'm just going to adjust it. So that it's straight. Okay, my stamp back down, or my paper back down. I'm going to be using black. And didn't really get good color there, so I'm just going to re-ink. And re-stamp. Beautiful. Clean off my stamp. And I wanted to use the Happy Birthday to okay. So you can kind of see where I want it to get just above. So I'm going to remove my other one. And now I'm just going to line up my stamp to the grid lines. Let me ink this up. Okay. Okay. I'm going to prepare my card base. just going to score this at 4 1/4. To this card base, we're going to be using the stitch border from the Only Have Eyes for You stamp set from Simon Says Stamp. What I'm going to do is I'm going to put this down right here. I am going to use this ruler and I'm just going to push it against the ruler's edge, or try to at least. It's so skinny. Okay, and then I'm just going to use the grid lines on the lid here. Use the edge of the stamp to line up your stamp on these little thin ones. Sometimes it's a little hard to get them straight without a guide of some kind. And if it's not straight, it's going to bother me. And I am using the magnets because it is a card base, and so if I don't have the magnet holding it down, the paper's going to bounce up. So here you go. All that's left is to adhere it down and to just use some Heidi Swap Teal Gold Mist to add some extra embellishment. Thanks for watching.